Hi guys, it is currently 10:05 a.m. I am still exhausted, but I did a meditation because I was like, if the blinds are open and my light is on and I'm still falling asleep, that means my body just needs it. Um, the problem is my brain isn't stopping, so I'm going to make a video so that I can say this before I forget, so that hopefully my brain will leave me alone. But it's an epiphany, so it's a good thing ultimately. Is you know what is the meta belief that I'm struggling with, right? Like, what is the overarching? And it's that if I don't stress, then things are going to fall through the cracks because I'm holding up so much, right? But one thing I thought about was I could write, like, figure out when something's actually due, write it on my planner. It's like maybe 2 days before it's due, like then it's time to panic. I always think of that meme, or like, that thing where it's like, now is not the time to panic. But my brain needs to know when is panic time, I guess. So it's kind of like that strategy people say of like scheduling time to worry. But for me, I always picture it's from like I Love Lucy, and it's like a conveyor belt and crap is just coming down the conveyor belt, and it's like, but I cannot handle all this, and my daughter's talking to me, so she's distracting me as I have these like sharp objects coming down. um but anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do, and that way when my brain's like, but we need to do this, it's like, yeah, we can panic about that on this day, you know but until then, like, stop. um there was this thing on that ADHD channel that's so funny, and it was like, I've seen it several different places actually, and it's like the worst thing for someone with that. I would suggest also either with like CPTSD and, just major struggles, is seeing like meeting at 3 p.m. when they wake up and they're like, ah, because it's like your brain won't get off of that until it's done. And it's like, so I 100% understand. And that's just me with everything because, obviously kids are unpredictable, and it's, yeah. And when I said the thing in the last video about running a corporation, I should also say, and I'm not getting paid to do it. So it's like, uh, how am I going to do this? But yeah, I think that's what I need to do is just write down when stuff is actually needs to get done, and then maybe back off 2 days and say, now if it's still not done, now we can panic. Because what my brain tries to do is solve everything. That's literally impossible. Um, like, there is no being done with dishes or done with laundry. It continually, you know? So, and then people are asking me like more questions, and it's like, you know, um, so that being said, I know I'm going to have a chance to reset this summer, like truly reset. It's just, it's not summer yet. And so, ironically, when the end of the school year is approaching, that's when things dial up and things get more, they just get the kids in like a frenzy, um, which is the exact opposite of what I need. But part of it's because my brain's like, well, we need to solve this. Like, it like latches on to something. But I just need to say, that's what I did with the electric bill the other day. Is my brain was focusing, panicking about it, and I said, listen, I can't control if the website's not working. So all I can do is try again in a couple hours. I can't force things to work. And that's definitely been that's at 444. Yeah. I know, universe. I know. I'm working on it. um, but that's definitely been my thing is I've always been the scapegoat. I've always been blamed for everything. So it gives this false illusion that I can control everything, which I obviously can't, you know? Um, so, and like even when I look around, it's like my brain's trying to process every single thing that it sees because it wants to solve it so that it can rest. So, because I'm also doing all this like deep work, which I'm proud of myself because it allows me to just keep taking one step after another, um, without relying on something, you know. And I also wanted to say, I'll say it in the next one actually, a radical idea I have, but I think it's going to be really good. So, love you guys.